Thanks for the opportunity to make a few points in relation to employment. Welcome to the House, Minister, as always, and best wishes in your ongoing work in your department. We're all in your corner in that sense in what you're trying to do. I have to say, when we were in government, it used to crack me up the congratulatory private members' bills that used to come down. And I don't blame any of the senators, because I know it's coming down from on high, from some official over in the Minister's department. The first thing the Minister probably read it was today as well. Because I think that they bore very little relationship to reality then, and they certainly bear very little relationship to reality now. Yesterday in Sligo, for example, where I am, we have the announcement of 70 job losses in Elanco. The Minister will be aware of this, a veterinary pharmaceutical company who made a lot of investment in the area very recently indeed, and there's somewhat of a mixed message now as to their intentions to the future when one considers that. In October of last year, while trying to advance the case for foreign direct investment on the east coast of the United States, Minister, you made an announcement of jobs in a company called Genevalve in Sligo also. I'm reliably informed that you'll be presiding over an announcement by that company to lay off and cease operations in Sligo, in addition to the losses yesterday. Obviously being from the northwest of the country, that's most of my focus when it comes to speaking in this House, though I wouldn't want to be jeopardising any other region. But no matter who has been in government, and this isn't to absolve previous governments' failures or to overly criticise or indeed let the current government away with their neglect of the northwest region, because the reality is we have never been provided with the necessary infrastructure to perform to our potential. The brilliant team that IDA have in that part of the country, I'll name them: John Nugent, very significant player in bringing Facebook to Ireland, who was at that time based in the United States. There are others, personal friends of mine, people I grew up with who work with the IDA now, who do an excellent job. The world leaders in their field, as the government so often say, and they're right. They are the best. They are the envy of the world in terms of their delivery. But frankly and consistently, governments, including this one, have made a mockery of their efforts in trying to bring investment to that part of the country, in their absolute failure in giving the infrastructure and the resources to allow those regions perform to their potential. As you approach Sligo, there's 30 white crosses on the N4, and that marks the 30 people that have been killed over the years, as we've presided over motorways and 2+1 highways from vital connectivity to Castlebar and Westport, which, no doubt, Minister, everywhere is entitled to a road. But while we prioritise the link between Ennis and Galway and the Cork to Limerick priority, we have cast the N4 aside consistently. Not just you, other governments. I'm not letting anybody away here, but I'm not going to let you away by saying, well, sure, the previous government should have done this. I know that. I fought with them on this issue too, but you're in command now, and let me fight with you. It's your responsibility. Clearly, the sum of the political parts from government in that part of the country don't have a significant enough say to get the thing over the line. Clearly, I know my place as a lowly senator. I'm not listened to by your department. Indeed, your own special advisor is from Sligo. He can vouch for everything I'm saying, because he will be specifically and his family familiar with what I am saying and be able to verify the validity of what I'm saying. 350,000 people unemployed. I can tell you, they don't give a damn about the spin that was announced in yesterday's spring statement. It means nothing to them. It certainly means nothing to the 70 in Elanco or the 15 to 20 in Genevalve, as I said, that you announced from San Francisco or wherever you were last October, now pulling out of Sligo. 43,000 people have jobs that didn't have jobs last year, and we're all delighted with that. So say all of us, well done government. But as we say, governments don't create jobs, they create the atmosphere to create the jobs. If you don't give us the infrastructure, we can't do that. I'll go back to the N4 again. I know from speaking with IDA officials, it's not just a grant indication, though I will give some issue with that. 19% of the budget of the IDA is spent in the North West region. That's all. It's not enough. But grant indication is probably the last thing on the list. We have people skills and all of that stuff. And in fairness, through Collins McNicholas, a specific company that specialises in that part of the country from a recruitment perspective, do an excellent job, and AbbVie and Abbott and various other companies can testify to how well and how easily professionals can be brought to work in whatever field. But the big thing is access. So when you're explaining, you're losing. So as they set off from IDA headquarters here in Dublin to bring people to Carrick-on-Shannon or to Sligo or to Donegal Town or to Ballyshannon or Bundoran or anywhere else in that part of the country, they have to explain. Now listen, when we come off the superhighway that goes all the way to Longford, there's going to be a problem for about 60 miles because no government gives a toss about the people in the North West. No government is able to think strategically and say, do you know what? Instead of looking at this region as the proverbial pain in the butt, we're going to take a few strategic positions and we're going to provide them with the resources to perform to their potential. Minister, that's all we want in the North West. Whether it's you, your predecessor, or whoever comes after you, what we want is to be provided with the resources for the infrastructure to perform to our potential. Then we'll have an easier job attracting more Alancos and more Genevals, who unfortunately have shed what is a very significant, close to 100 highly paid jobs for our region. Thank you.